and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy, and welcome to Chazzy's Movie Reviews. The movie that I'm going to be reviewing today is a very infuriating piece of shit that really I should not have watched at all because oh my god, it was a waste of my time. In the Tall Grass on Netflix. A very sad, pathetic excuse of a horror movie. You know, it wanted to be horror, it wanted to be suspense, it wanted to be thriller, it wanted to be a bunch of different things at once, and it failed miserably. It started off really well, then it just sucked. But basically, if you guys don't know, it's an adaptation of a Stephen King novel, which might have been good. I don't know, probably not. But basically, guys, what happens is that there is a field of tall grass, okay, somewhere in the countryside, and then a couple stops because they hear a boy crying out for help right inside the tall grass. They go inside, but nothing is as it seems. You know, the tall grass is like a maze, you know, it disorients you and it makes you confused and lost, you know, and then no matter how hard you try, you can't find anything in it. You get hopelessly lost. And they go inside to try to find the boy, and they keep hearing his voices. They keep hearing his voice calling out to them, but it seems to keep getting further and further away. They can't get closer to him no matter what they do. And eventually they get lost themselves. They try to find each other with their voices. They jump to try to see each other. And despite being able to see certain things in the distance, like farmhouses or cars or buildings and all that, when they walk towards it, they just become disoriented. You know, the tall grass, it's sort of like, it's almost like it shifts reality, you know, in real time. So you are getting constantly lost inside of it. And the idea is that you get so lost that eventually you die, you know, usually because you starve or heat exposure or something else entirely gets ya. Here's the thing. The idea was amazing. The idea was stupendous. It was fantastic. Like when it started, I really thought that, like, you know, it was gonna be one of those spooky movies about things happening in the grass, you know, because it actually started off really well. When it starts, you can feel the tension, you can feel the suspense, because like if you saw the trailer before you saw the movie, which I did on Netflix, you would already know that something bad was gonna happen. The moment that they stop the car and they hear the voice in the grass, you're like, oh, yeah, that's it. They're goners. They're gonna go inside the grass and they're goners. And you already get that strange feeling of suspense, like there's something wrong. You know, you feel like something just doesn't really add up. You know, there's something strange about the voice we just heard. And then when they go inside the grass, slowly at first and apprehensively, you start to get a feeling of dread inside of you, like what's gonna happen, you know? Something really bad is about to happen. You start to get this feeling. But then, you know, I don't even know. I think maybe the first 15 or 20 minutes was good, you know, and then unexplainable things start happening. You know, you start seeing these shapes in the mist, like that you think are ghosts or demons or whatever, you know, and I don't know, it just starts getting really cheesy. And then one of the main characters, the girl, or the couple, actually it's not even a couple, I'm sorry if I said this at the beginning, they're not a couple, they are brother and sister. I said couple because the brother has incestuous feelings towards the sister, he wants to get with her, it's really disturbing, but they're not a couple, they are brother and they are sister, okay? And then the sister dies and the brother is led to her body by, I'm pretty sure it's the brother. He's led to her body by the boy who was speaking in the grass, right? Who turns out to be like, he's normal, he's not a ghost, but he's been lost in there for a while and he became part of the grass or some crazy crap like that. This movie is so confusing that I can't even remember certain details properly because after her brother, there was also her ex-fiance or ex-husband or boyfriend or whatever. Someone who was in a relationship with her because she got pregnant and he took off or whatever. And then he goes to find her, he sees her car, he goes inside the maze and he's the one who finds her body, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if her brother manages to do so. But anyway, fast forward a little bit and we have Patrick Wilson coming into the picture. And then when he came in, I was like, okay, now the movie's gonna get better because this is one of my favorite actors, you know? This guy, Patrick, is gonna take this movie down the road that I was not expecting it to go. Now the movie's gonna get good. It is going to get awesome. Patrick Wilson is in the picture. We got this, man. We have got this. And it only got worse. the movie just got worse from there. You know, like Patrick Wilson, he came on as a character who was apparently the father of the boy who was lost, and he was with his wife too, and this and that. And he appears out of nowhere and tries to lead the sister to, I'm not even gonna bother to look up the characters' names. I forgot all their names. I'm not even gonna bother to look it up on Wikipedia because this movie sucks. It's not even worth my time. But anyway, so then he starts leading them through the maze, and then they come into a strange rock in the middle of the whole thing, and apparently the rock is like voodoo, it's possessed or something, some Jack Sparrow levels of weird crap. And then apparently if you touch the rock, you become one with the tall grass. You can map out all of the area and see what's going on and this and that, a bunch of crazy stuff. And Patrick Wilson's character, he keeps trying to convince people, to coax them into touching the rock so they can also believe. You know, there was a creepypasta story that I read once that was similar to this, like where an entity keeps possessing people and trying to convince them to play a game or something, or read a book, or look outside. Or rather, Bird Box, the movie Bird Box is a better example, where people get possessed by some kind of weird demon entity things, and then the people who are possessed try to force the other people to look at the demons, you know, or the beings or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it sucks. So at some point in the movie, I think towards the middle, at a key point during it, you'll find out that there's time travel involved, which is just amazing, right? I mean, well, what better to put into a creepy, suspenseful movie in tall grass than time travel, you know? I hate time travel in movies, I really do, because it's really hard for me to understand and keep up with it. I can't keep track of time travel, you know? It worked very well in Back to the Future, you know, those 3 movies, but even then, it was like, I had to really work hard to understand, you know, because there's this thing where if you go back to the past and you change it, the future will change, and if you go to the future and change it, then the past will change, no, the present, I don't know, all of this weird crap, okay? So when they put time travel into it, they put in like this thing where there are like, where we see that the timelines overlap or something like that, you know, like, I don't know, at one point one of them goes like back in time and sees the brother and sister going into the maze, and then he gets a chance to go and stop them. But then there's also the point where we see the family. Patrick Wilson's character, I think is Ross Humblebolt or something, Natalie, the Humblebolts, whatever. And what was the kid's name? Damn it. This is gonna freaking bug me now, because the kid was like an essential part of the stupid movie. What was the stupid kid's name? Stupid. Tobin. There. They hear Tobin with his family go inside the maze chasing after his dog or something, you know. And then later Travis, which is the ex-boyfriend, comes along. It's a really confusing thing. But like then they start noticing that like they can go back in time and not only do that but also affect what happened. So for example, they can go back in time and save the people who were trapped in the maze before, you know. And then there's murder involved, because then Patrick Wilson's character Ross, he goes crazy because of the influence of the rock, and he starts killing everyone. He kills his wife by crushing her head, her skull, you know. It's, I don't know, man. I don't know. And his wife is apparently paranoid of him because of something that happened off screen that we didn't even see. So the movie is basically one huge heaping mound of confusion. You know, it's really confusing. It was barely entertaining, you know. I wasted a bowl of popcorn on this stupid movie, you know. And when I make popcorn, it's hard for me to make popcorn, man. It's a process. It's a journey to make popcorn in my kitchen. So whenever I do it, I at least expect to watch something worthwhile and entertaining, and that was not the case. I wasted my popcorn on this movie. And for me to say that I wasted popcorn, you suck, movie. You know, for me to say that I wasted popcorn on a movie, it's because the movie really, really sucked. Because I don't waste popcorn. Chazzy does not waste popcorn. Alright? I'm serious. There was nothing redeeming about the damn movie at all. Nothing, you know? I mean, I don't understand what went wrong. It started off so well, you know? There was such a good beginning, you know? The introduction was epic, it was moody, it was everything you would expect from a suspense thriller, because it's marketed as a suspense thriller. It's not even a horror movie. But it's like, I don't know, it sucked so bad. It sucked so bad. Seriously, what is up with the lighting? What is with the stupid sun? But anyway, guys, seriously, don't watch this movie. You know, I know that this is probably a video that belongs in What's the Damage because it's just me ranting and criticizing something, but it's still a movie review and I just wanted to alert you guys to it. Don't even watch it, don't even bother. It's on Netflix, okay, but don't even bother. I'm serious. I hope this video reaches any of you before you even watch it. And don't watch it just out of curiosity to see how much it sucks, because you're gonna waste your time, okay? There was no shock factor at all. When we find out that there's time travel involved, they made it more confusing because the kid Tobin from the beginning of the movie, he goes all the way back to at the end of the movie, he goes to the start and runs away with the brother and sister before they go inside the maze, and then they go to I don't even understand anymore, man. And then his parent, we don't even know if his mother stays dead, what happened to his father. No, I think his father dies. I think Travis kills Ross, but then Travis touches the rock and he becomes one with the tall grass just like Ross did, and then he apparently dies in there or something. I don't know. He prevents I guess his girlfriend or wife or whatever she was from going into the grass, so she lives with their baby, you know, and their brother still wants to screw her. I don't know, man. It's just a really bad movie, okay? It is a very bad movie, okay? I would give it 1 out of 5 stars, you know, if I were to put a rating on it. 1 star out of 5 stars, 1 out of 10, everything 1. I'd give it a 0 if I could. Jeez, man. Way to pull the rug out from under me there. Oh my god. It almost felt like it was directed by M. Night Shyamalan because there were so many twists, you know, and the ending was just... But actually, who really directed it was this douchebag called... what's this? Vincenzo Natali. What is he, Italian? Anyway, it's a supernatural horror drama, you know? Horror. Oh my god. What happened with horror, man? What happened with horror movies? Seriously. Everything is just overrated nowadays. But, okay then. If you guys want my honest opinion, you know, as a subscriber, if you watch my channel, if you like my videos, and if you trust my word, don't watch this movie. It's gonna be a total waste of your time, okay? At some point, somewhere in this video, I'll leave a trailer for it in case you guys want to check it out. I'll leave it in the description too. But seriously, you know, like, at least watch the trailer. But just know, trust me on this. Just know that the trailer is absurdly misleading. Okay, I watched the trailer and I got hyped to see the full movie, and it sucked. Okay, so you can watch the trailer, but just know from me, before you even see it, just know that it is incredibly misleading. Okay, it sucks. It's not what you are going to expect, okay? But that's it, guys. In the Tall Grass. Terrible movie. Waste of time. Don't watch it. But check out my playlist for my other movie reviews. You know, maybe you guys can find some better movies to watch, okay? And if you already have, watch my reviews, see what I think of them. And if you still haven't, then I suggest you approach my movie reviews with caution, because each one of them is riddled with spoilers. So, yeah. This is Chazzy, signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video.